Peace and love, y'all. New child, we back. We gotta do better, y'all. And if you see me smiling or if I just bust out laughing for no reason at all during the course of this video, it's because of the camera woman that's holding this camera. She she's something else. So I just got to put that out there so y'all don't think I'm a little crazy or something, so I just somebody that slipped something in my drink. But nevertheless, the last video that I did was basically we got to do better, and I ended off, on the subject of men really being men, and then women being women. The womb / man. The womb being that soft, nurturing, pleasant, smiling human being. And one of the things that I didn't say that I really, really, really wanted to say is as it pertains specifically to men being a man. Nowadays we have a very distorted view of what being a man is. And for the youngsters, and when I say youngsters, I mean teenagers and brothers in their their early 20s. Understand, being a man, before you're a gangster, before you're a pimp, before you're a hustler, before you're a D-boy, before you're a robber, whatever you want to label yourself, you got to be a man first. And a man is one who lives and governs his life by honorable principles. It's just like when you're growing up and your mother's telling you, when you look at somebody, when you talk to somebody, look at them in the eyes. You understand? Listen more than you talk. Respect everybody, fear no one but God. Never be the type of person that is not of your word. So meaning if you say you're going to do something for somebody, with somebody, what have you, do it. That's that's what being a man is. And being a protector. As men, we are protectors. We protect ourselves first and foremost. We protect our mothers, our parents in general. If we have siblings, our brothers and sisters, people in our neighborhood, if you have a woman in your life, whether it's your wife, girlfriend, whatever, several girlfriends, several wives, whatever makes your clock tick, you're a protector. But here's some of the things that we think, I guess, nowadays is, if I catch a body, that makes me a man. If I, smack a woman, that makes you a man. If I shoot somebody, just in general, or I stab somebody, or I go to jail and, just for whatever reason, I want to cut somebody's face just to get some props. That's what makes me a man. That's not necessarily what makes you a man, brother. That's what makes you a sucker. Because I remember my father telling me, he said, one of the things that he never respected when he was in the life of crime was, he said, you see guys that were hitmen for people. So they'll sneak up on somebody in the dark, 3 a.m. or something, run up behind them and put 2 bullets in the back of their head. But he said these same guys would be in the federal penitentiary system and they be quiet as church mouses, or they be just soft, scared to death, because they never really were men. They were fuckboys trying to be men. So they would take money from somebody and go, kill somebody, and then think that's manly or think that's gangster when it's not. So let's get back to being respectful of ourselves and respectful of other people. Youngsters, when y'all walking around the neighborhood, man, and y'all see a brother like me and I'm walking around and I'm smiling, y'all think, a lot of y'all, not all, but think, oh, that's soft. Or he must be a square. Nah, bro. Let me say something to y'all. What y'all don't realize is that there's men like me walking around in your neighborhood who are smiling the way we're smiling because of what we've been through. We happy to be here. But please, and I mean this with all sincerity, do not get that twisted. Don't mistake somebody smiling or somebody saying, "What's up, young fella? Good morning to you. Good afternoon. How you feeling, man? All right, young brother, you looking sharp today. Hold your head. Keep your head up, youngster." As being soft or square. Because one of the things I've learned is the man that's not looking for a problem is a man that will air your ass out. And I'm saying that to you to save your life, youngster. Because trust me when I tell you, I've seen people mess with people who weren't looking for a problem. And within 20 minutes, that dude came back and aired the whole block out. Because he wasn't looking for a problem. And I'll tell you another jewel I learned from my father. And that was, not only don't bother somebody that's not bothering you, but he said, you know what, Nu? I never was worried about what somebody was going to do to me. So I was always a gentleman gangster. I was always a gentleman. I always respected a man, even when there was times where I could have disrespected him or he was in the wrong. And I just said, you know what, I'll give him a pass. He said, because I wasn't scared of what somebody was going to do to me. I was scared of what I'm going to do to you. And that's the same way I'm on it. And that's the same way there's millions of brothers walking around the United States of America that are not looking for a problem, young man. Or even for you older guys, that's my age, 40 and better. We're not looking for no, you know what I'm saying? But they're the ones, if you violate, they're going to demonstrate. So being a man is in here and in here, bro. Real power lies within. All your treasure lies within. To all the young brothers out there, I'm telling y'all, be a man and go to school, man. Be true to you. It ain't just saying, oh, go to school, get good grades. Nah, I'm not preaching to you. I'm reaching to you and grabbing you and embracing you and pulling you and taking you where you need to go right now. I know a lot of y'all is coming from broken homes. I know a lot of y'all may not have the best of food, clothing, and shelter. But let me tell you something. I grew up like that. You know what I'm saying? But so I can relate to that. But I watched my mother make strides in her life that in turn motivated me and my brothers, right? Yeah, I was in the streets. I sold drugs. I carried pistols. I shot them too. I'm not proud of that. I'm not promoting that. But what I'm saying to you is that in spite of your circumstances, you can rise above it. And you can still be a soldier, man. Still be an honorable soldier. And not go out there and do shit just because you see your man do it. Or just because you saw some dumb shit on World Star. Or just because, you know, in your mind you thinking the girl that you trying to impress gonna like you more and think you a man or think you a G because you shot somebody in front of her. And you went, you know what I'm saying? And then you went and posted on Instagram like, yo, this how I get it in, my gun game. That's not being a man. That's just being stupid. You know how many dudes go to jail every single day trying to prove their manhood? And when they get in jail and they're sitting there saying, why was I fronting, man? This ain't for me. Don't be that dude, man. Don't be the dude that has to go to jail and get 20, 30, 40, 50 or life to say, this life ain't for me. This never was for me. So be a man by being true to yourself. If you want to play ball, play ball. If you want to, whatever it is you want to do, you want to write movies, you want to become a plumber, you want to do construction, have your own construction company, whatever it is, do that, man. Stay true to you. That's what's being a man. Next on the list, man. I was touching upon the women, the thing, and this is a message to the ladies, man. With all due respect, I love y'all, and especially my sisters. I gotta tell y'all, turn back to the God of all life, sisters. Because I'm meeting a lot of y'all, out and about, whether it's out in the streets or a nice little classy lounge or whatever, man. And I'm telling you, it ain't looking good. It's really not. It's to the point now that you'll sit down and you'll talk to a woman, and instead of her getting to know you, she looking at your wrist, she looking at your ear, she looking at your chain, she asking you, what do you, one of the first things out of her mouth is, what do you do? How about who am I? How about what makes your clock tick? How about how do you invest your time? What's your passion in life? Do you like to take care, what type of things you do to keep yourself up, vibrant? Like Biggie said, tell me what your interests are, who you be with. You know what I'm saying? What's your interest? What really interests you in life? Not the same old robotic, like I'm on a fucking job interview bullshit. And this ain't even about dating no woman or going out. I'm just talking about the commune. I'm just talking about, instead of us just communicating, let's connect. Let's really vibe with one another. Who knows? There may be a way I can help you. You can help me in life. It ain't always got to be about me getting in your pants, because I'm not driven by that anyway. And for all you ladies out there, just understand or overstand. There's two type of men in this world. Men that think with this from the neck up, and men that think from the waist down. Simple. There's really no gray area with that. So when you run into a man like me who's dealing with you from the neck up, you got to recognize a king when he's in your face. Somebody that's interested in the light within you as well. Let's vibe, man. Let's really get to know each other. And it's to the point now, man, like I see a lot of y'all, talking about, I got this, I got my credit is this, I don't need a man for nothing. Let me tell you something. With that type of attitude, you will have your altitude will be leveled off in life. You got to understand something. Be the light, not darkness, man. You want blessings to come into your life, young lady? Then be a blessing. Be about something more than, I'm chasing a check. I'm just getting money. Fuck niggas. Okay. And, you hear brothers say it too. Fuck these bitches. It's all about $1. And I understand, once again, where that comes from. But what I'm saying is, when we connect, let's connect, man. And stop the fronting, man. Stop the fronting. Just be who you are. Don't bring your representative to the table, man. Bring you. If you ain't really doing it like that, baby girl, then you ain't got the front for me like you really doing it. Because once again, I'm not interested in your car. I'm not interested in you live in Gwinnett County, or you live in, in Midtown Manhattan, or you live in, a certain part of Chicago, or you live out in Carlsbad, California, or you live in, La Jolla, California. That's cool. But once again, be a woman, man. Be a woman. Womb man. Female. Femme. Be feminine. A lot of y'all too damn aggressive and abrasive. And I'm saying this with love, because y'all my sisters, so I'm saying it like I would to my own sister. Calm down. Fall back. Just relax, man. It's not that serious. Especially, once again, when you're in the presence of kings. You can't treat a peasant like a king, and you can't treat a king like a peasant. You got to know the difference. And once again, stop talking to brothers like you interviewing them, man. We go through that shit enough when we at a job, or just when we get pulled over by the police. Everybody asking us questions like that. So when it comes to our own sisters, why we can't sit down with y'all and just vibe? Why the vibration got to be all stuffy and stern and just phony? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've traveled around the world. And I've met people from all different type of religions, races, cultures, backgrounds, whatever. And we all have something in common if we take the time to get to know one another. It's simple, man. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you got to sit down and sit with somebody for hours to get to know them. No, it's, you know, you can, if you really want to get to know somebody, you can. And this is another reason why there's such a breakdown in everything that we do as men and women. We go to the clubs and we stand around fronting. We stand around like we on the yard in jail. So you got the clicks, where everybody's in a VIP clique, popping bottles, and ain't nobody dancing. Everybody's doing this stiff shit. Everybody too fly. Everybody too, you know, they look, you know, they looking around worried about, oh, who that in VIP, or that's such and such in them, that's such and such in them, or they popping more bottles, we gotta order some more. They got more bras, so we gotta get some more bras. That ain't what partying is about. Partying is about going out and having a good time, man. Enjoy yourself. We get one shot at this shit, man. One shot. Go out, have fun, meet new people, man. Create new relations. You know what I'm saying? Relate. That's what they say, relationship. First word is relate. How do you relate to somebody? Get to know them. But ask them questions that's relevant. Ask them questions that, you know, besides what they do for a living and how they getting it. Nobody want to tell you, you know, really talk about they work or how they get money. Unless you're at a networking event, that's different. But once again, man, I mean, I see that shit so much, it's disgusting. I said, I gotta talk about that. I gotta share that with the people. Like, yo, we gotta do better for real on that level. You know, so just wanted to give y'all, men and women, brothers and sisters, the young and the old. You know what I'm saying? And I won't even say old. It's not even old, it's more so seasoned. But giving both, you know, the generations of people this wisdom that y'all can carry and pass on to other people, because right now it's serious. It's a serious dilemma. It's a serious issue with us being able to relate, and especially black men and black women. Why we can't relate to each other. It's not that we can't. Can't is an animal that won't try. We can relate. We just gotta stop fronting. Pull off the wigs, pull off the capes, take that weave out your motherfucking hair and that wig off, and maybe you'll be able to hear me. Take all that extra shit off. The eyelashes, all the makeup and cake up and all that. Maybe you'll be able to hear me. Because you see me as I am. I'm king. So the same way as you are, you should be queen. You don't need all of that shit to be queen. Don't sit in front of me and everything about you is fake and you telling me I need a real nigga. I want a real nigga. I want a real man. Interesting. How can everything about you be fake or bought? You bought in a store and you masked with all this shit and you telling me you want a real man. And here it is. I'm sitting here. You see me in real time, shining from within. That God glow. You can't buy this shit in the store. No king want a store-bought woman. And no queen want a store-bought man. Or bought man, rather. Because it's a bunch of y'all running around here. That's why when women say to me, oh, your name is New Child? What's your real name? Sometimes I'll be ready to say, bitch, my real name is get your dumb ass out of here. Sometimes I want to say that. But I say, look here, young lady. New Child is not my birth name. However, New Child is who I am in real time. The man you see in front of you right now is the New Child. I'm nothing like you've seen ever before in your life. There has not been me and there will not be me. I am unique in the regard that I live my life by God's design, young lady. And if you get to know me, you will understand why the name New Child has been chosen for me. Because I didn't choose it. But your name's New Child. No grown man. And that's my face. I just look at him and say, you so lost and so out of touch, you just don't get it. How can you not see? You don't see what's in front of you? So my name should be John. My name should be Ralph. My name should be Mike. Something common. Young lady, there's nothing common about me. There's nothing usual about me. Normal. I'm not him. If you're looking for normal, common, usual, well, you can find any Johnny come lately that's walking around in any city, major city in America. But if you want you want something different, you want something of value, fuck different. You want something of value? Here it is. You want a man that you can look at and say, I respect that the ground that man walks on. I listen and take heed to whatever comes out that man's mouth. And you know what? Anytime I talk to that man, anytime I'm in his presence, I feel better than I did before I was around him or before I talked to him. That's value. That's what y'all women should be seeking. Because otherwise, young lady, you just a clown in the circus. And I live in Atlanta right now, and let me tell you something. I'm a Harlem dude to the day I die, man. And it's so much clown shit going out here. And it's not to say it ain't going on in Harlem or in New York, because it goes on everywhere. But Atlanta's like a little Hollywood. You know, a lot of fronting, a lot of stunting. And it's no knock to the city of Atlanta or the people of Atlanta. They people that been here longer than me know what I'm talking about. And it's on both sides, men and women. But we got to cut that shit out, man. Cut the fronting out. Like we all balling. Instagram balling. Facebook balling. Twitter balling. We got to cut it out, y'all. Everybody ain't balling. Everybody ain't getting millions. We all struggling, man. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. Some may not be struggling financially, but we all are struggling. And most of us, let me tell you something. I say most of us are suffering in silence.